Well, good morning, people. A little less of you. Can't believe how far down I went. Kind of depressing, but I'm not going to let it depress me. I do hope you all had a good Mother's Day weekend, even though the weather was bad. I ended up getting a. I really didn't get sick, but I sure got without energy. Yesterday was bad. Guess that second shot does kick in a little bit. But anyway, good morning. Feeling pretty good now. Dropped all the way down to 733. That was, I think the highest I had was 838. So I'm down, what the heck? $105. That's a big drop. That was Saturday. No, Sunday. I guess the weather and I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what happened or what's happening, I should say. But I'm still saying it's all good. Keep getting pretty women wanting to talk to me. She looked rather cute. She just popped up on my WhatsApp. I ain't going to talk to her just now, but I went through WhatsApp and I blocked a few and just kind of ignored a few and talked to a few, and I don't know. I don't know. I thought I had cleaned them up. I went through the motions. I pushed all the things, deleted and deleted, but they're still there. So I don't know what I did. It was a cleaner, a part of my DFNR, that company that I pay. I like them. They do a lot of stuff, but I don't know what I did wrong. I don't know what I did wrong. But wow. God. I said 350,000 when I should have said 350 million. I said I screwed that bull on the hood of my truck when I should have said I superglued it. Now, I don't know how these things happen. I say the wrong thing. I don't know. It just pops out. Then I see the mistake. But I woke up at 4. Listen to the news for a little while, see what I didn't miss anything. And then I turned on my last video for Mother's Day video. And I think I made the mistake on there. I got this up too loud. But I don't know. I don't know. I wrote a message to Jamie the clerk. Jamie Counts the clerk. She says she goes by $2, but she don't have no pictures on. She used to have pictures on there, because I had her picture. Maybe that's why she don't have pictures on there. She probably don't want me to have her picture, because I was posting it as my story for a long time. Every day I did it like I'm doing with Opal. And I don't know. But I sent my tablet to Texas, my JP tablet from prison. And it goes back to at least, I got pretty much to the beginning of 15, or the beginning of the clerk in 15. I got there in April 19th of 15. I forget what exact day I met her. But it wasn't long after that. Because she was the head social worker. And I don't know, it was I say she had a lot to do with a lot of things in my life. I thought Sandy Mae was somehow in her, you know, jumped in her body and was, I believe that, because spooky things was happening. Really spooky things. I just felt that there had to be an angel involved in it somehow. Then, as you know, I thought she was my daughter. I thought she was adopted. Then I got to thinking, no, she ain't adopted. Her mother just married somebody. But I don't know. I did the math again, and I don't think she was a preemie. She would have had to have been a preemie to be born in August. And I don't think she was. So she's just a pretty blonde that looked like the 17-year-old in Florida back in the beginning of 78. So that all might be just crazy. But I know I sure do love her. Regardless, that's why I say it's unconditional. It doesn't matter. I just believe she's somehow connected in my world. I believe that. I believe that. And I just believe it's all going to come together. Even though yesterday I couldn't muster up the energy to, I basically got my dishes washed. That's about all I really got done yesterday. Oh, I fed the critters, of course, but really, I didn't even take the bike out. I was pretty weak, feeling really weak. But I guess you can get sicker than that from what I'm hearing about that second shot. I guess people get sicker than that. So I guess I was fortunate I didn't get sicker. Feeling pretty good today. I better go to the store this morning. They're talking about isolated storm, 30%. I always get caught in them 30%ers. They always get me. I do got to get some milk and bread. Guess that can. Oh, I got enough to do that. But anyway, I think I don't know. I get when I watch the video, I get thinking I should say more, but and I never did get to watch them to see what I got on here and what I don't. I know I got potty mouth and disgusting and all that. I decided to leave it on there. And maybe that's why I got 100 and... How many did I say? I forget. Quite a few lost. OBG said I would get lost. I would lose people. But it's reality. You know, it ain't nothing made up. It's all It's all me. And I, uh, I, I don't know. It felt like I accidentally bumped 30 videos, not knowing that I was doing it. But I know I hate when people write me and then they delete a message, and I hate that. I remember when I used to write, if I made a mistake, I generally just either scratched it out or just kept on going and say I made a mistake. And I hated to. That might be an email. I'm going to take a look. She's asking questions. She's online right now, but I ain't got time. Where am I from? Told her about YouTube, but that should tell her where I'm from. Pretty sure. I just don't know. I used to really be into WhatsApp because you can talk on it. You know, you hit the thing and talk. I didn't even know what that was for. Took a long time uh, to figure out what that meant when you hit that thing. It used to make a noise. I just thought it was to get somebody's attention, but it's actually a microphone, and you could talk for a long time. There ain't no max out on that I found. And Gabby, she's giving me a hard time. I don't know what to do about Gabby. But I don't know. Right now I can't do too much of nothing. An OBG sure ain't gonna do nothing. OBG says she's been scheming me from the beginning. Been the whole $100 was just a scheme. I don't like that noise. I don't know how to change it though. I don't know how I got it to do that to begin with. That noise. I know it has something to do with settings and. Oh well. Anyway. We got 13 minutes in already. It's I do have, I think going from here back to 5 videos are good. I stopped being disgusting and disgusted to anybody. Some might find it cute, but those that don't find it disgusting. And so I don't need to go there. But I really do want to get a hold of Erica. I don't know if she was going by McDonald or if she was going by Rice. I think she was going by McDonald. And I do want to get I keep threatening to call out there to Joyce's number. I might do that today. If she's still got her ad on Google, I have to look. Could do that now. No, I like to wait up to 9 o'clock. I do have her picture. She's in, I guess it's Chrome. It wasn't the 8th, it was the 17th that I punched her up. My picture with the Viper is the 8th. Them the only two that go back to July. Monica took that picture with the Viper. I don't know how she did that. But the picture she took of me, I can't find it. This must have, I don't know, it's gone. It's gone. I'm trying to figure out how to do. Boy, that stuff, when you first put it on, it kind of crawls on you. This stuff got a lot of minerals and all kinds of stuff in it. I put quite a bit on. I'm using a pretty good fingertip pull. But makes you yeah, it's greasy. It's greasy. Makes you I like it though. Maybe I'm putting too much on. Try a little less tomorrow. It don't look like OBG is going to make it this month. She says pretty full month. Basically only got Saturdays. The only day she can. She says has ever came. It's always been on a Saturday. But I guess I have to deal with it. I'm glad Ashley's back in my got me off the silent mode. I'm glad of that. You know, it's nice to get an email from her. And pictures. She sends beautiful pictures. She got a little one, 4 or 5. Cute little bugger. She got her all cucumbers in her eyes, you know, the makeover, whatever you call it. Look cute. I like it. I should put it in my story, but I'm going to ask her first. Because you really can't recognize who it is because she's got her, that, whatever you do in a spa. What do you do that makeover like that, or that cucumbers in your eyes? What I don't know what that's called. But I'm going to ask if I can put her as my story. I would like that. But I remember. Now I'm saying Tina's mother had 6 girls. I'm thinking she does. But in '78, when I was going around the country without any, well, I had without any identification. I always ended up with money somehow. I forget how I used to do it, but I ended up with. I know at one point I had jewelry. My wife had a whole bunch of costume jewelry she gave me, and I had it in a lunchbox, and I would sell it. Then at one point I even had Bull Durham. It came in a bag, a little white bag with a string on it. In Mansfield they used to give us that. But I don't know if it was Bull Durham. It could have well been, and they just took the sticker off it. We called it bug dust. But it was real flakes, like gold flakes. I was in a parking lot in some kind of store in Georgia. And it was pretty much a black part of town. And this old black woman came up and said, "Oh, the original reefer." And they kept coming back. I was selling them for $1 a joint. You know, rolling them up. And they kept coming back for more. You know, sometimes you could sell something like day's work. You could sell it for hash, and they wasn't coming back for more. You know, I was just beating somebody. But anyway, I used to smoke that. It was cheap. You could buy a whole bag for like a quarter or 50 cents. It was cheap. There was a Gray's drugstore in Northfield, in the plaza there. That's where I got it. I bought up a bunch of bags of it. But it was like gold, little specks, little flakes of tobacco. It was really good. It was kind of strong, but it was really good. Now I bought a bag of a pouch of this stuff here is half and half, and I kind of only bought that just to get the pouch so I could put my tobacco. The big bag that I bought, I could put it in there, but I'm not smoking as much as I thought I would. I didn't even taste the other yet. I'm waiting to get this down so I can put some in there. But I like the pipe, but it's hard for me to inhale. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do about smoking. I know it's getting bad. I go a few hours without one. Try to. Try to roll up 4 at a time instead of 20. I smoke less that way too. Loving a loved one with mental illness. OBG says that's me. But I don't know. I don't buy into it completely. I don't buy into it. I just don't. I don't buy into it. Used to say that I was crazy, and they used to say people that's crazy don't say they're crazy. You know, they deny being crazy. So now I'm denying, but I'm not denying that I'm crazy. I'm not denying that. I'm just, I believe that the Antichrist is bigger than the crazy, if that makes sense. And I said Antichrist again, but I said the AC is bigger than crazy. And it's been my protection for years. Has. Dr. Hammond, Robert, Robert. Him and Spanny went to school together. Kind of on the opposite spectrum. You know, you had a jock and then you had the, I guess you would have to say nerd. I don't know who's making more money now. Spatney or Hammond. They both the same year. Ought to try a little harder to get a hold of him. He'd be interesting to get a hold of. He would be. OBG always said I don't have enough men in my life. He was a good guy. He was the first one I met in October of 01. No, 03. I don't know if it was October 3rd. I got the moose sheet. I could look on there and see. It's not important, but it was the first days of October of 03. And he did my intake. That's before Schaefer got there. I guess she kind of took his spot when she got there. Because he ended up going to the East, the Middle East, for a year. I think he went in as a captain. But I know he went through the system. He went all the way up to, pretty sure he was head of mental health there for a minute in Columbus. Because everybody kept retiring and he fall right into the spot. It was just like the doors open for him. And, you know, I always call Spatney a golden boy, but Hammond sure was. But he did do a year in, I don't know, it's Iraq or a couple places maybe. I forget exactly what he did, but he did learn quite a bit of Arabic to go over there. So I don't know where he is right now. I don't even know if I could find him on Facebook. I ought to take a break and look and do a couple things like see if Joyce is still on Google or not. Yeah, I got to stop putting things off. Yeah, I do that. I'm pretty good at putting things off. Somebody welding. I used to love to weld. This is quite a bit of welding. When I met up with Don Cunnard, he would go to a equipment store and get the measurements and stuff, and then go buy heavy duty steel. You know, like more than half as much, or so it would be. Like for example, the tube steel or the cube steel, we put Mac axles inside of them when I made the forks. Yeah, I remember going to Buddy Barker and getting Mac axles and welding them in, and that literally would lift the house. You know, it would lift more than a tractor could ever lift. It was that strong. Yeah, they were. I remember. I bet you that's still out there on that farm, unless she sold it. But they would probably stay with the farm. I remember welding free on the top of it. But I used to do that. Be out in the shed welding while he'd be milking in the evening. I built tines for the. He probably sold that with the Ford. Because I don't think he kept that bucket I made, because that was just kind of for the Ford, the 09N Ford. He probably sold it with it, but I used axles for the tines on that, welded them in. Car axles, so they was about that big around. But that was a nice bucket. Yeah, I used to do a lot of welding for him. We used to trade. I'd help him, he'd help me. When I became the handyman, he would help me do things that I needed help with. So we would kind of trade off help. I remember I had somebody bought a big shed. It was a big one. And it had to be moved. He came in town with the big Alice Chalmers with that porch on the back. We moved it like it was nothing. But I know we sure used to cut wood together. He rented a lot of coal companies' land, and we cleaned the fences out from trees and fall in it or getting too close to it. Yeah, we could cut some wood together. He used quite a bit of wood. I don't think that was his main source of heat, but he used quite a bit of wood. I'm going to miss old Don Cunnard. That's another one I should try to get a hold of is Beth. I don't know if she stayed on the farm or what's the story. Maybe when Duppy comes, we can take a ride out there. See what he says. He's talking about no more in a month what it's like. He won't go into too much detail what's his health issues. He just blamed it on the second shot. I don't know what they do with the liver. Does it finally just kill you? Or I seen something on the news. Somebody got partial liver, so they can do that. They can the right blood type, and I guess they can fix part of the liver. I don't know what my liver's like. I do a lot of medicine over the years. I don't know. They keep checking it. You know, they do the blood work all the time. I'd give them a piece of liver. I don't even know what blood type I am. I don't know if I got that one that's O positive. Is that the one that is universal? I don't know. I should ask Jennifer. She knows. She got it anywhere in the record. Hi, Jennifer Shockley. Best nurse practitioner in the world. In my world. I'm the one she went on vacation. So anyway, well, that vacuum cleaner, BJ, sure makes everything a lot better. I did take time to do that a couple of times yesterday. Do a quick run over it. Don't take long to do it. I do got to get serious about a bag, though. I got to, basically, I just got to wait and take it out of there and see if there's a number where it hooks on. I just got to do that. And see, because my neighbor said it got a little back. It looks like it just says shop back on it. I should have opened it up and seen if it's the same deal. I should have asked if I could do that. It looks like the same back. No, it's got a different on-off switch. But it's the same size, though. What time is it? Yeah, I'm getting ready to... I didn't eat yet. I've been up since 4. I think I'm going to send a short video out this morning. To all the people that left me. I don't know if they left me for good or just left me for a day. I didn't have nothing on there yesterday. Nothing. I didn't even try.
recall, a National Historic Landmark in Cincinnati is getting a facelift. The building was built in 1878.
1878 they built this building, and now they're giving it a facelift, or a restoration, I should say. They're making all the fancy things they had back then. That's pretty interesting. I think that Dan Hannes' house, the Queen Anne, with the built-in gutters or French gutters, whatever you want to call them, was built in 1885 when I did that, but I didn't do nothing like these guys are doing. So I think one of the only companies doing it, that's why they got the business. Music Hall in Cincinnati. They really do a nice job. I like it. Brianna, I forget, Rivers, ain't that her name? The one with the Jerry curl. She's been on quite a bit this week. Yeah, I think I'm gonna process this video and get a few things done. See if I can get a hold of Hammond and Rebar. I don't know. Her name starts with an L. I'm not sure how you spell it, but she still got Rebar hyphen that. I didn't think she'd get rid of the Rebar because that was probably still is. Was a whole list of them in the phone book back in the day. They all were basically lawyers. It's a pretty powerful family. I used to like Paul. I never got to talk to him again after that '92 incident. I'm pretty sure he was like in his 70s when I was seeing him in '92, I would say. So if he's living, he'd be up in his hundreds. He said before he became a lawyer, he bounced around a few jobs, did a few odds and ends. I never did hide the fact that I was in prison. He never was in prison, but because I remember talking to him pretty detailed. Went to a wedding and met her on the lake. I took the old Dodge, the old Dodge pickup. I think I was the only raggedy truck in the parking lot. The body wasn't bad on that. The body looked all right. Just had the door wouldn't shut because of the seat I had in it. It had that Caprice Classic seat. You know, I had the armrest, and it was nice. It was actually a power seat and all that. I never hooked it up. I just had it one size fit all. I put it in where it fit me, and I just welded it in there. That's how I remember doing it. Just welded it in and let the door stick out about that far. I just bungee cord the door. But as far as the looks of it, it didn't have no rust holes in it or anything. It was green, almost like that Sarge green everybody likes, or at least Katie, Mike's daughter, likes it. That's what she bought her Jeep in, and it's supposed to be a special color. They call it Sarge. That's about what color it was. Yeah, I used to like that old Jeep. I had that, not that Jeep, that old Dodge. That was my baby. Forget how that went down. I lost her. I can't remember how. Something to do with the Wisconsin plates. I had to put Ohio plates on it. And I forget the whole story, but it must have cost more money than I had at the time. It had a good engine in it. It had that slant six. It had that, I guess you'd just have to call it positive traction because both wheels would spin. And you could chain up one wheel and go anywhere with it in the snow. Put a little weight in it, you could plow snow with it. Yeah, it was quite a truck. I like the style of it too. I think they made them at least a 65, then they changed the grill. I know when I was in Waymart, they had a camper. That was a ton truck with a camper on it. It had the 318 in it. I wanted that thing so bad. Just for the body style, plus I had the camper. But I didn't get it. That was a big camper. It was a pretty nice outfit. I think that was a 65. There's a couple campers sitting around here. One's got a big, it looks like he hit something on the part that goes over. It's a camper, but it's not on a truck. It's built as a camper. Must have hit something because it's all probably got some damage in it by now because it's been sitting there quite a while. But it's a good looking camper except for that. I love campers. Robo had a nice one, a little one. Because he had the same problem I got now. You know, you take that pill and you got to pee all the time. And, you know, you just can't be on the road and have to pee all the time. Yeah, they were some pretty good boys. Brothers, married sisters, lived next door to each other, had a garage. They had quite a interesting relationship. It was weird because Ralph was the businessman and Ernest did the grunt work. Ralph was a good mechanic, but he picked and chose what he did. Ernest had to pick up all the pieces and do everything if Ralph wasn't in the mood. But they both had Model A's. One was green and one was beige. They both had Model A's. And the book became all that. I know I didn't want to be in prison when they died, or when they decided to sell out, because I wanted to buy up a bunch of stuff they had. Some of it was mine, but they had a lot of stuff. They had a lot of stuff stored away. A lot of interesting, good stuff. They had all the shop manuals, Shilton, I think you call them. They had license plate collection, and they had a lot of nice stuff. I'm not really crazy about the Model A. You know, they had it all the bells and whistles that came out, and add-ons over the years. And they had the exhaust whistle. They were really nice. They were really, really beautiful. Rumble seat. Ralph had his all fixed up. Yeah. Yeah, they were quite the guys. I think Ralph had one daughter named Patty, and I think Ernest had two daughters. Yeah, I think I do want to go to Barnesville. I think when Duffy comes, I'm counting on him coming. I really am. I believe he's gonna come spend a couple days. And it's only a couple hours away. The way he drives will probably be an hour and a half. I don't know if he'll rent a car or what he'll do. I don't even know what vehicles he's got. I don't know if he kept the little old truck he had, the beater truck he had, or I'm pretty sure he sold the Maxima. I'm pretty sure he did. But then again, I ain't sure of it neither. He'd get a kick out of this room here. I had the living room too. I got his picture in there, but I got got a picture of him up there. A couple pictures of him. Yeah, Duffy's quite a guy. I hope they can fix him up. He's dealing with the VA in Atlanta. That's where the closest hospital is. I don't know how the VA is doing these days. He said they were slow. They shouldn't be slow. Them Vietnam boys, there's a lot of them still living. And they deserve a whole lot more respect than they used to get. That was bad when they came back. But it's getting better, I think. Because Duffy was 69, he went in 2 tours. And got out in 73. I forget what month. I was locked up anyway. But they was pretty much together from the time he got out. That was Vicky's love of her life. I always loved him for that, for making my sister happy, and he did that. He did that. Yeah, he did that for a lot of years. Yeah, at least from 73 to, let me see what that math is. 2017, subtract 1973, 44 years. Nice number. Yeah. Actually, I think it's a couple more years than that because she says she loved him since she was a kid. You know, when he used to come around, well, we rode on the same bus. And, but basically, let's call it 73. 44 years. Yep, that's a nice number. I think I did it right. 73 to, let me double check that. 20, oh, wait a minute. 20, 2017. Let me see. 1970. Yeah, I did it right. I did it right. 44 years. I know they sure have a nice family. Nice family. More Smiths in the world. I should send him another email. He's been kind of talkative. I got 3 emails from him. I should send him another. I should do that right now. Yeah, download this and upload this. Process is a better word, because that's what it comes down to, processing. So anyway, I hope if I offended anybody, try not to. But then first, well, the videos from April 15th or 30C, there's a couple in there that I am disgusting. But anyway, I'm going to go. Love y'all. And, yeah, I love y'all. You see. See y'all later.